Welcome to today's episode, where we look forward to a special conversation with John Nothdurft, Director of Government Affairs at ISSA. We'll discuss the highly anticipated 2025 ISSA Clean Advocacy Summit, an event that's a cornerstone for the cleaning industry, bringing professionals and policymakers together to tackle critical public policy issues that impact businesses and communities alike, your businesses and your communities. John, it's great to have you on the program.
Thanks for having me, Jeff, as always.
Absolutely. Let's get right into it. Clean Advocacy Summit. Tell us what it is, what you anticipate it to be like this year, and what it means for everyone.
Sure. Jeff, the Clean Advocacy Summit, this is, I believe, the fifth one that we've hosted since 2020 when it was virtual. We're really excited about it. It takes place March 31st and April 1st. Keep your April Fool's jokes aside because I knew you were going to make one, but this is really the biggest opportunity for the cleaning industry to come together in DC and really have your voice heard on Capitol Hill and by the administration. It's kind of the cornerstone capstone event for International Cleaning Week, which takes place March 23rd through 28th, and then we all kind of come together and get to talk about everything that's happening in DC impacting the cleaning industry.
So, great event. I'll be there myself. What do you expect to come out of this long term that's going to benefit the industry?
So I think now that we've had it a couple years, people kind of come to know and what to expect, which is great. So it's really the first day you go, you come to DC, we train you up, we kind of give you what's going on in DC, the political kind of nature of what's going on, what issues we're going to be taking to Capitol Hill to talk with legislators about. Primarily, usually we have one or two issues that impacts our end users are usually labor, workforce development related. And then the other one is one that probably impacts more of our manufacturer distributors. So something related to EPA or getting products to market. So really what it comes down to is that first day is really kind of training, networking, education. That second day is kind of the fun part. We get to go to Capitol Hill, we walk. We'll probably meet with, depending on the numbers, about 150 different congressional offices over an 8 hour period. So that's kind of really cool when you basically have the cleaning industry walking the halls, crossings and, high-fiving. It's really great event to really educate lawmakers about the importance of the cleaning industry and hopefully having an impact, not only for things that are being discussed now, but in the future. So part of advocacy is obviously to make asks, specific policy asks, but the other aspect is to just be front of mind when policymakers, whether it's another pandemic, issues related to cleaning industry or infection prevention, we want to be top of mind when they're trying to find answers to their questions.
And at what point in this 2 day event do we get to meet President Trump?
You know what? That you never know. You never know. He's it's always kind of funny to see what happens. I will say, last year we did have a delegation that did actually get to go to the White House and met with the administration, and then we actually had some members of the administration come to us. They're part of the pandemic preparedness unit within the White House. So. Yeah, there may be some opportunities to hear from some officials from the new administration and especially the new Congress.
And this is part of a bigger event of the week.
Yeah, so this is kind of the capstone event to our International Cleaning Week, which obviously takes place, and we'll probably have over 20 states that declare this week Cleaning Week. So that's really cool. It's really just kind of the pep rally week for the industry, and then once again, not everyone can always make it to DC, although we hope you all can. But even if you can't, we'll have opportunities to engage your policymakers. We call it our virtual flying, so giving our members a way of reaching out to their elected officials ahead of us actually coming and meeting with them. So they kind of already know what we'll be talking with them about, which is always great as well. So it's a whole week of events, from creating buzz on social media about the importance of the cleaning industry, thanking frontline cleaners, and then talking about obviously issues that really do have an impact.
So, John, there might be some watching this interview who are not members of ISSA and they want to be here for this. What do they need to do?
I would say, come. You're more than welcome to have to come and participate. We'll actually, we are a big tent. We believe that, hey, the only way you can have serious change is having a collection or a coalition of groups. So actually, one thing I should have mentioned is this year's event will also have some supporting organizations. Many of the organizations you may already know, like INDA, the Nonwoven Fabrics Association, IICRC, which does a lot in the restoration cleaning industry, BSCAI,
Mhm.
as well as the International Franchise Association. So those are all groups that will be participating in this fly-in. Once again, we're trying to create a change in Congress, and it takes a whole group of us. So we'll be having a lot of different groups. So maybe you're not a member of ISSA yet, but even if you're members of some of those other organizations, we welcome you to come participate. We'd love to have you.
Okay. And now we've got everyone who wants to come. How do they sign up? How do they get there?
Yeah, so you can go right on ISSA's website, issa.com, Clean Advocacy Summit, or CAS. That should take you there. We'd love to have you participate. And like I said, even if you're not able to, we'll have some other opportunities. But definitely get engaged with International Cleaning Week. That's all very easy, right? It's just about getting word out to your localities, your local governments, even the local public, to just talk about the importance of clean. We're all kind of play a role. Obviously, it's great when people can show up and talk about it. But this group is supposed to talk about the importance of the cleaning industry. So they're kind of the tip of the spear, if you will. When we're talking about some of these issues. But there's many ways to participate in the week and the summit.
So I have signed up. I've registered for this event. I'll tell everyone right now it's easy. The hotel information, the airlines to use, the airports to use, all there on the website. John, thank you for this today.